This is landscape, alright, and this is beautiful, alright. This is Skyrim level landscaping. It just is, isn't it? It's absolutely beautiful. You've got the sun glint coming off over the left. You can see the mist and the clouds kind of going over the tops of those hills and mountains over in the background, and the reflections in the water are just fantastic. They're absolutely beautiful, aren't they? You can't deny that. They just are, right? And I think the textures are just as brilliant as they can be. Now, I don't know whether or not this is been taken on a PC or it's been taken on a PS3 or Xbox. I know the demo that all the companies were shown that had like a preview were given the stuff on a PS3. So I don't know. It's kind of a bit of a grey area. Whenever you're looking at things like that, obviously Rockstar want to make this game look as good as possible. So I'm going to vision perhaps a high-end PC with 3 graphics cards. I don't know, either way though, it's a fantastic screenshot, and it just kind of does show how, even though GTA 5's got a big map, alright, and it's got a diverse map, on top of just being huge, okay, there's a lot going on inside of it, that this is tranquility, alright, it's just peaceful, there's no guns going on until Trevor comes along, and it's pleasant. You've got the good, the mad, the peaceful. This screenshot kind of sums everything up for Trevor. It just does. Alright, look what's in the background there. It's a caravan, or some in America would probably call it a trailer. I am British, I say the word properly. Caravan. Right. He's using a minigun, and he's in a trailer park. Doesn't that strike you as being a bit mental? Because those things, especially over in Britain, are made out of paper. And you've got something that will probably shoot bullets for a mile, 2 miles, maybe more than that, and it shoots thousands every minute, right? And you're just letting him loose. He's completely focused though. That thing is fully spun up and he's just kind of grinning and bearing it. He's just so focused on whatever he's going at. I don't even know what you'd be firing at there. I've no clue whatsoever. Is it just a person that he's decided to wreak havoc on? I feel sorry for that body and the guy that's got to clean the mess up in the morning. It's insane. Alright, notice how Trevor, especially in all the scenes we ever see, I know Trevor wasn't in the previous screenshot, but for the most part, every screenshot we see him in, they're wearing different clothing. It's been confirmed that you can go and buy different sets of clothing. They've got their own, character traits and what they like to wear and whatever. Of course, Michael's got the more fanciful stuff, and Trevor's kind of got the bum's night outlook. But it's pretty good. I like the fact that the minigun's going to be in the game, and hopefully it looks like that when we're playing as well. I'd like to think it does look similar to that, and you kind of got the over the shoulder and the kind of flash at the end of the many barrels. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I don't know whether or not we'll be able to go into any of those trailers. It'd be quite interesting to see if we can. I expect we will be able to. I mean, we've seen Trevor pissing in a bin for crying out loud, so if you can see something that's mental, you're going to be able to do that. So it's quite awesome. By the way, I'm analysing these without having looked at all of the other news that we've had. I've skimmed over some of it, but I probably won't be able to look at all that preview stuff properly until Tuesday, simply because I've not had time. I'll probably, if I find anything out and I can link it back, I'll go through and kind of link a load of stuff together like I would have done last year, and kind of link everything up and go, this is what we can see here and that's that. So I'm just going at the moment what I can see in this screenshot. Anyway, let's move on to the next one, which is probably just as interesting because it involves Trevor yet again. Alrighty then, we've got Trevor, and he is wearing pretty much full scuba diving gear, except for that weird thing that Navy SEALs have over their head. He's kind of got like a, I don't know, it's a breathing apparatus, the oxygen pack on his back, I'd assume. And I guess, to make it more realistic, I'd imagine that will run out. However, I'd imagine Rockstar are going to have to change it from similar, from previous games. If you remember in San Andreas, you could go underwater and you had I guess it was a how long can you hold your breath meter, and the longer you stayed underwater, the more that kind of upped itself, and I guess stamina and stuff played into that as well. I'd like to think that because the underwater mechanics and stuff, and all the design of what's gone into the subsurface of Los Santos is so much more detailed and so much more to do down there. I'd imagine that is going to have to change a little bit, so that you can actually go ahead and buy like 2, 3, 4, 5 hours worth of oxygen before you go under. And maybe if maybe you can go under the water without having all this apparatus, but you've got such a lot less time, like about a minute and a half or something. I think that's probably at max what you can hold your breath underwater. I know one fella, he can hold his breath for something like 13 minutes or whatever. It's just insane. But anyway, we're getting off topic here. I think it would be good to be able to not have to wear that apparatus if we can't get a hold of it. I'd imagine there is a surf shop or something, or some kind of rental gear place where you can go and nick this stuff from if you'd like to. I don't know. Notice how he's got the hand flippers as well. I guess he's got something over his hands. So I don't know. It's been on my mind a little bit as to whether or not this will be a ideal killing location, and how realistic it would be, because obviously if you throw somebody in and they die, there is no, they drown, there is no water in their lungs, whereas if they're dead when they go under, water fills up with the lungs, obviously, because the body's relaxed, and when they choke and drown themselves, it kind of exhales and whatever, and you haven't got anything in there. If you kill somebody and you throw them in the water, that body then kind of, it's a bit gross, absorbs all the water and then comes up to the surface. Now, I know Los Santos will have a tide system or whatever, but do you think there's ever possibilities of bodies just turning up in the middle of Los Santos? I think that would be quite funny. I think it's a bit of a long shot. I've not heard anything like that. But that would kind of add to that realism factor, because of course you could, just bung a body in there. You've got it in the trunk, get it out, bung it in, get rid of it, hope the tide takes it away. I don't know, I'm just kind of speculating at the moment. I'd like to think you can see some, fish going on in the background there and whatever, and I've heard the, the underwater life of, Los Santos is supposed to be really quite thriving, and sharks will probably be there too, so... Yeah, there are three, three screenshots today. I'm deleting them one by one now, so I've kind of got a few left to do. There are a couple I want to go into a bit more depth on. I've kind of got to do my background, history on that, and kind of have a look. But trust me, I am getting through these and doing what I can. I don't think I'll have a video up tomorrow because I'm out at somewhere else. It's probably going to be about a 5-hour trip. So I'll be back Tuesday though. I'll make a load of videos then, and that should be quite good. By the way, before I go anywhere, I'd like to mention that there is a video of mine on Machinima UK, and if I'm thinking rightly, there should be one up there again in a couple of days. I'll link that and the channel in the description below for you to go and have a look at. Either way, thank you very much for watching. I've been Iru399. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Go ahead and subscribe for more GTA 5 analysis videos, news, and all that good stuff. But I'll catch you in a bit.